What up? It's your boy, Surgical Guru. Shout out to my boy for taking the time to answer these questions for y'all. So your favorite Libra 144 had a question. She wanted to know how long do we stay on assignment? So I usually try to stay on an assignment as long as possible, just so that I don't have to worry about looking for another assignment all fast and going through the paperwork. And it's nice to find a place where you can kind of settle down for at least a year, for me personally, but it's different for everybody. Most of the places that I've been, I've stayed at for about a year, unless it's just like, yo, this place is too crazy, so I gotta get out of here, you know?
Yeah. I agree. You could go into an assignment and get very comfortable and learn all these doctors' preferences and stuff like that. And it's like, to get up and do that all over again is tough. So staying there for like about a year isn't too bad.
Yeah.
It all depends on how you feel and what you feel about the place and if you're comfortable. Usually contracts are like 3 months each, right?
Yeah.
And then you can either extend however many weeks after that.
Yeah.
And then
Usually once you start to get towards the end of your contract, your recruiter will start to push you to figure out whether or not that's someplace that you would like to extend, whether or not that's a good place for you, and whether or not the hospital feels you, they like you, if it's a good fit, you know what I mean? So
it's good to have a good recruiter. You need to find like somebody really good and comfortable with. They'll help you out with your contracts really well.
Yeah. So her second question was about housing and how we find housing. Does the hospital provide it? And do you stay in a hotel or do you stay in a apartment? Me personally, I've been on like 5 assignments, and most of the assignments that I've been on, I've been lucky enough, blessed enough to where the hospital has provided housing.
That's nice.
When I was in the Vineyard, the housing there was too expensive, so they provided housing for the nurses and the techs.
Okay.
And then here they have housing for the medical students, for the PA students, and they have extra rooms. So they've been gracious enough to extend that out to some of the travelers.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of factors into making a decision like that, like whether you can afford, rent in your first initial contract. Also, like a hotel may not have as many amenities and like kitchens and stuff like that, stovetop where you can cook for yourself. So I feel like renting is a good option because you'll be more comfortable, a little homey, feel at home a little bit.
Yeah.
Home away from home, you know what I mean?
Facts.
It also may be cheaper to rent than it is a hotel because you'll be paying for the hotel and then also eating out a lot because you don't have
a kitchen.
You don't have a kitchen like that. So it depends. You've got to factor in, what makes you comfortable and how you want to stay at your contract.
It's true. When I was in Minnesota, they provided us housing, but it was a hotel.
Okay.
So I was happy I didn't have to pay for housing, but I'm like, damn, like I can't cook in here.
I can't cook in here.
Yeah.
I mean,
And there was
plays
no
a big
food.
part. Yeah.
There's no food out there. So literally I had to buy like a crock pot, a hot plate, and I was vegan at the time.
Yeah, there you go. You're buying all that stuff all over. You might as well pay for the rent.
Right. It's true.
In some places, you could rent just a room. They'll let you use the kitchen or whatever it is. And there are a bunch of cheaper options.
Yeah.
It's what you prefer.
And I guess what's available too, and really just doing your homework and asking questions, before you get to a place. So
Yeah. The question was it hard to find a job after getting certified?
right.
And additional to that, how can you find a travel agency to pick up travel contracts?
Right. So that first question was it hard to find a job after being certified and looking for a job basically? I wasn't even certified, so I guess I can't answer that question accurately, but for me, I think it took about like 6 months to 8 months to find a job. I actually got a job right out of school. I was working at the place that I did my externship virtual in Mount Holly. I was trying to get in the OR, but They didn't
No.
need anybody.
Oh, man.
So, or maybe I wasn't a good fit. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, sterile processing, I built some connections with people there. I got a job there.
Okay.
So I was working a sterile processor for like 6 to 8 months before Cooper called. And then Cooper was like, yo, we need somebody. And I was able to get in there.
Nice.
So it didn't really take that long. There was a girl that I went to school with that was in the class before me, or actually we didn't go to school together. I don't know what school she went to, but it took her like, 4 years to get a job.
That's insane.
So it's different for everybody. It
It
depends
is.
on what's going on in your life.
For me, I found a job like right away out of school. I
Right.
took my NBSCSA exam in August, and then by October I had a job.
Still,
Yeah.
that's dope.
I guess I finished after COVID, so I guess there was a lot of jobs open.
Yeah.
A lot of people not in the medical field not wanting to work.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that assisted with finding a job. But I think if you really, put the work in to apply for a job, and surgical tech, the surgeries happen every day. From like hundreds of surgeries happen every day. Job's always going to be open and available.
So I agree with that. And I wanted to go back on what I was saying earlier about getting a job when I wasn't certified. I don't know that that's really possible anymore because the laws changed in 2020 to where you have to be certified, from I think, a college program,
Accredited program,
an
yeah.
accredited program, or I don't know. I think people want to hire people that are certified now more than ever.
I know back in the day that they were able to, you could be a surgical tech without being certified.
Yeah.
But after the law changed, those people still are working without certifications.
Yeah.
They're just grandfathered in, but they can't work at another hospital. So
Crazy.
man, that's what sucks.
Yeah, that does
So
suck.
you would have to go and get certified. I think the best option is getting certified.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, especially just getting out of school, it's gonna be a better look for you on your resume. Yo, I'm certified.
For sure.
So,
For finding a travel agency, I got put on to somebody. At every hospital, there's always a bunch of different travelers. And then my last hospital, or somebody who knows somebody, they put me on and was like, hey, there's this travel agency, let's try to get this job. But I think you can, if you do a lot of research, there's so many agencies out there.
yeah,
So many agencies that are looking for people too.
yeah,
And I think it might be easier to find an agency than it is to get the job after certification.
yeah.
Just because,
it's mad easy.
yeah, there's a lot of agencies looking.
Me, bro, I remember, I passed my test 2019.
Okay.
And then 2020 was when I was looking for an assignment, and I just found myself just looking up travel agencies and just literally calling a bunch of agencies and talking to them.
That's important. Getting on the phone. Get on the phone with them, see what their prerequisites are and stuff like that.
Yeah. Just tell them what you need. Tell them what you're looking for. Tell them where you want to go. How long of an assignment,
Don't let them talk you into anything either. You choose what it is you want to do. You make the contract.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. If you want my boy the Chief to answer some more questions, let us know.
Anytime, guys.
Shout
Nice
out to
meeting
y'all.
you guys.
Yeah, any questions y'all got, let us know, man. Drop them in the comments. It's your boy, Surgical Guru.